Hi, this is Vicki with My Paper Connection. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I am so happy to be with you today. Look at this awesome card I'm going to make today. It is so pretty. It's just poppies, poppies, poppies. And speaking of which, look at that. This is our new mini catalog that just came out January 3rd, and it will be good through June, the 1st of June, and it is just full of fun goodies. But one thing in particular are the poppies. Let me see what page that is. You would think that I would know by now. Page 27. Check out all of these poppies. The paper, the stamp set, the dies, all of the embellishments. There's even the elements that make really fun and easy cards. It's just such a wonderful mini catalog. And I also have the celebration catalog. So if you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you would like a catalog, I would love to be your demonstrator and I will send one to you. Just send me a message and I'll get that out to you. Now, I don't want to talk too much about this today. I want to get on with the project because it's going to take a few pieces to put this together. But it's such a beautiful card and so worth it. So without further ado, let's get started playing. Okay, there's only two little pieces of stamping that I'm going to be doing today, and one is for the sentiment that says thank you, and then the other one will be on the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and get my stamping done, and then I'll cut out the pieces that I'll use for the front of my card for my poppy. I'm using Poppy Parade, and I just grabbed just a strip of paper. If you're like me and you are much of a paper crafter, you have scraps of paper all over. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp thank you right here, and then I'm going to come in with my sentiment, which is life is better with a friend like you. I'm going to ink that up, and I'm using thick Whisper White cardstock, and it's 11 by 5.5, and it's scored at it's 11 by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 5.5. But don't worry, all of the supplies and the measurements and everything that I'll be using will be on my blog. So, okay, I'm just going to take my bone folder and I'm just going to burnish that a little bit there. Ooh, did you hear my dogs? I took them for a walk this afternoon and they're a little feisty now. They are two little Chihuahuas. One is 3.5 pounds and one is about 6.5, 7 pounds. They're sisters from the same litter, and they are having a blast right now playing. So this is Pear Pizzazz, and I'm just putting that on top. And then this is some of that beautiful paper that comes from the Poppies, Poppy Parade, I believe it is. The stamp set that I'm using is Peaceful Poppies, and it comes with a bundle with the dies. So if you purchase the stamp set with the dies, you get 10% off. The dies are just incredible. And this is the one that has the sentiments to it. There's also the stamp set Painted Poppies. And this actually has the stamps with the different flowers and the greenery and all that. And this particular bundle comes with different shapes and sizes for paper, for your sentiments and things like that. And I'll be using this one for my fun fold on Saturday. Okay, let me get back to this. But this is some of the prettiest paper. I mean, it's just so stunning. And so what I did was I cut one piece smaller than the other, and I'm just going to kind of stagger it on my paper. And I'm going to do that first. I wanted to be sure that you could see both papers. I just zoomed in so you could see it, and you can see this first one is smaller than the other one, so I just kind of twisted it to the side because I wanted to be able to see both of the different colors and the design and stuff like that. Okay, all right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my dies and I'm going to go cut out my flowers in order to make this. And what I'm doing is I'm using Poppy Parade, Terracotta Tile, Basic Black, Old Olive, and Pear Pizzazz. I'll be right back. Okay, so it's time to put our flowers together, and what I've done is I have one of these sponges that you purchase from the catalog, and it comes round, and then you just cut it in different slices, and then you can just keep it in a sealed plastic container, and then you just pick it up and you just use it. And if it gets hard, then you can just cut off the little piece that you don't want to be on there anymore. So I'm just going to turn my leaf upside down, and I'm just going to blot it. And then I'm going to take it and just put it together. Oh, and I stuck my pinky finger in it. Isn't that lovely? Okay, we're just going to put this together like this. Makes it super easy to assemble. And I'll just go ahead and just kind of pat this through the glue that was left on the mat as well, and then just put that together. The silicone mat is fantastic because you can put your glue on it and then you can just turn right around and just wash it off, and it comes right off. My fingers are sticky though, so things are sticking to me. All right, I'm going to do the same for my poppy. So I'll get this done, and I'll fast forward through it, okay? I will stop right here though and tell you, you do have to kind of move it around on your paper to make sure that you've got it all lined up, okay? I did it mostly right there in the middle, although if you really wanted to, you could even take, well, you could do it like this, or that little piece is wide enough that you could actually put a little bit of glue on that and then just seal it down in place. These are the small greenery, the little buds, and I'm just going to put glue on the back side, and then this little oval piece, you just stick it right about like that and overlap it. Last little bit of gluing I'm going to do is to put the nose of the larger flower. Just put a little glue on that. Flip it over and put it right there in the center of that beautiful flower. My fingers are so sticky at this point. They just want to stick to me. Just glue that up and put it right there on that little flower. All right, I'm going to go clean up and I'll be right back. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is to put dimensionals on the back of everything. And I've actually already started. If you do not have a take your pick tool, I suggest that you get one. They are awesome. It allows you, it has a pointy end on one side here. Then it has a spatula end here. Then this end has putty, which, oops. I was trying to get it to come out earlier, and I guess I got a little bit too much of it to come out, but so you can pick up items like that. I think I pulled too much of it off, but see that? That's amazing. This works really well, especially when you're working with sequins. All right, I'll go ahead and put these on and I won't talk anymore. Now I'm just going to kind of place them in place, put them where I want them, and obviously you want to start with your largest piece first. Now with this one, I kind of went this way. I think I'm going to start here at the bottom and build it upwards this time. So I'm going to put my largest piece here, my second largest piece is here, and I want it to kind of be right about in there. And it's almost like flower decorating, like when you're arranging flowers. I did that for a while. I had a friend in Cahokia, Illinois when I lived in St. Louis, and I would drive across the bridge and I would go and help her do flowers for funerals or for weddings, and I learned so much from her. So fun. So you just kind of place them where you want them and make sure you leave enough space for wherever you want your sentiment to be. So that looks like a nice spray of flowers, right? So I'm just going to pick them up one at a time, and they're going to move a little bit, and that's okay, but at least you got a good idea. So now I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm just going to grab a hold with a point, those little points, or those little covers for the dimensionals. Makes it so easy to take them off. All right, I'm just going to lay those down. Okay. We'll do the same here. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put our leaves in place, and then we'll do our little buds. And I just kind of tuck these behind the flowers. Okay, and the very last thing I'm going to do is to trim this. And I'm going to bring in my mini trimmer. Right now during celebration, if you have an order of about $100, then I would suggest, if you're not already a demonstrator, that you go ahead and buy yourself a starter kit. Because for $99, you will get $125 worth of merchandise. And you get to choose that. A lot of direct sales company, they'll send you what they consider to be a starter kit. But for $125, you pay $99 and you get to choose $125 worth of product. I think that sounded right in my head at first, but then afterwards it didn't sound right. Okay, for $99, you get to choose $125 worth of stuff. How's that? And not only that, but Stampin' Up! Will give you this cute little mini trimmer, which I have found to really come in handy. They'll also give you a 6x6 package of sample package of paper, and they're going to give you a stamp set of your choice. How cool is that? And you know what else? You don't even pay shipping for it. So there you go. And look how easy that was to trim that. How wonderful. I love it. I think I want to go a little bit shorter actually, so I'm just going to kind of stick it in there. It does have a little guide thing right here, but I love that because you actually, even though you stick it in and it's really short, you can get it where you want it and then just pinch down on it because it is flexible. And then just go, just like that. I can also flip it around this way, trim it a little bit more if I want. And I think I do want. I'm just going to pinch down on that and just go one more time. That is really hard to do with a larger trimmer. How about that? Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to put dimensionals on that, and we will be completely finished with our card. I think I still want to go on this side. What do you think? Oh, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to come down here. Kind of come up under here and tuck it a little bit because I still want that. Oh, I like it. I like it. And I think that it's plenty full and beautiful, that it doesn't even need any kind of embellishments or anything. But how beautiful is that? I love it. So there you go. There's my 2 Poppy thank you cards. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the project. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, any of that. I would love to hear from you. And thank you for joining me. I hope you have a great day.